Hey everyone, how you doing? We are looking at the brand new Chapter 6 Season 2 Lawless for Fortnite, which has dropped today. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a full Battle Pass review that includes the first part of the Battle Pass, the bonus rewards, as well as the mid-season sort of mini Battle Pass as well. We'll take a run through what we're getting in each of them. We'll make my own comments based on what my thoughts and feelings are and what we're getting through each bit, as well as the overall Battle Pass. We'll maybe do a comparison at the end between this and the previous couple of seasons, just to see what and where we're at in all of them, and the overall general feelings towards what this season is going to look like, what looks like we're going to get out of it as well. And without any further ado, guys, let's jump straight in and get looking at this new Battle Pass. So following on from the changes into last season, we can play whatever game mode you want in Fortnite, and it will all count towards all active battle passes that you have going. So you can play whatever version of the game, doesn't have to be Battle Royale, and it will all count towards this Battle Pass as long as you have paid for it, and you need to be paying for it every single month, otherwise it'll cut off and you only get whatever you've gotten to that point. So again, as I said to start, it is split into three areas. We've got the Battle Pass, which is 1 to 100, the bonus rewards, which is usually 101 to 200, and then we will have a mid-season pass, which is the rewards bit that tells you about this one will be Outlaw Midas. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into the initial Battle Pass stages, 1 to 100. We'll get a run through that. We'll then jump into the bonus rewards, which is all the alternative versions over and above what you get in the first part of the Battle Pass, and then we will look at the Midas Outlaw version that we will get mid-season, which is around the 11th of March. So the first character we are looking at as part of this Battle Pass is Cassidy Quinn. All in, this is a pretty decent skin, I think. I think different versions of this character, not the second one, but certainly the one that we will see in the rewards section is outstanding. This is, for a starter skin off a Battle Pass, is pretty good. The royal backplate just looks like a small buckler shield with the cards all kind of wound round it, with the black and red looks really, really sweet with the silver suits on them. The Duelist card trick emote is really sharp as well. Pardon the pun. Is really good, and we'll get throughout this Battle Pass, we'll get our own wee versions of emoticons, sprays and wraps. The artwork on a lot of the loading screens look pretty sharp as well. That's the one thing they always seem to do and get right, is the loading screens, and the artwork is always on point. Jeweler's Deck Glider. It's a reskin of something we see repeatedly every couple of seasons. Last one was Magneto. I think the one before that was the Herald, and I think there was someone else had exactly the same type of thing, but they just redid it. Still looks quite smart though with the playing cards. This is the Slurp Shooter version offer, but this is actually looking at the pickaxe, so you'll see that light Slurp blue strand of colour running down the edge of the blade. The Quinn's Winner wrap for the weaponry actually looks pretty smart as well, and then we've got the banner icon, and then we've got the reskin version of the kind of card deck steps. Again, goes well with the actual suit itself. Don't really know or get the mask. If we can remove that as an option, then that's the way how I will use that version of the skin. And then we are on to our second character, Josh. First up for Josh is the It's Chemistry emote. Emotes have always been a winner on the Battle Passes. Can't remember the last time we had a poor one. Bunsen burner back bling, lovely wee piece of kit there. Should hopefully be very good for spotting people running about in the dark with it as well. AKA the Witch, screen loading there, looks really nice and tidy as well. Another wee decent bit of artwork. The spray there for Josh's Chaos is pretty good. Love the Strange Concoction. I'm a great fan of wraps that have animated styles or reactive movements in it, especially with the liquid kind of sloshing about inside it. Some V-Bucks, will see V-Bucks throughout, and then a better look at the cell shaded version here, Josh. Hopefully, if you don't like that type of thing, there is the ability to turn that off. We have the Tritonatianator. I think I've said that right. I may have added a wee bit extra into that. Not quite sure what it's supposed to be, but it looks pretty decent. Med Misty emoticon, if you're into that type of thing, great. Bank job, loading screen. The Weasel type character, I believe, is going to be a character you can buy out of the item shop at some point during the season. I don't know when, not sure what the V-Bucks for it's going to be. Chemist Cloud Glider, I hate seeing these in battle passes. Every time I see a reskin version of this type of glider, I just think somebody has ran out of ideas. I want to see something new, or at least a more creative version of a reskin of something else. Banner icon looks alright. I believe it's probably chemistry related. If it is, fantastic. If it's not, oh well. Graham Stain Joss, lovely version of the shell shading there. And then we are into Fletcher Kane. Pack leader glider. Seriously hope we're standing on it, because I don't know what we're hanging on to below. Golden Wolf spray, and then we have the Crimson Barony jam track. Always good to get a nice little song that can be played in the lobby, especially if you don't play festival like me. It's always nice to have something a bit different. Baron of Howls loading screen, pretty decent artwork. Lone Wolf holster looks pretty tasty as well. And then we are going into the Awoo emote. Oh, I nearly did that there. That would have been embarrassing. And then Fletcher Kane skin itself. I am not a fan of this, I will admit. I thought it was going to look better. For me, it doesn't. You might like it. You might think it's brilliant. If you do, comment down below. I think different versions of it look far better. I thought it would be a wee bit more beefier, but it's not. Furfaller contrail looks alright. Banner icon's pretty good, and then the Howling spray's actually pretty decent as well. We then have the Fletcher's Cane pickaxe, which is a walking stick with a sword hidden inside. Always good, no matter what you're looking at that has that in it, whether it's a game, a cartoon, or whatever. The only downside for me is I wish he was holding the kind of sleeve the other way round, that it was hanging to the back, so it looked like he had actually just drawn it instead of like it was a second sword. Baron's Horde emote, anything that looks like a throne is always going to be a winner in Fortnite, especially when you get that victory royale and you can lord it over your slain enemies. Midnight Fletcher Kane, purple, gold, black, winning combination in terms of colours with that dark grey fur. That's the way this guy should have looked in the first one that we looked at, but obviously a bit more muscular as well. Next up, we are looking at Valentina with the elegant crowbar. Black, gold, and purple is always a winning combination for me when it comes to skins. Crowbar looked good, the back bling looks good. We've got an emote there, we've got another lone skin with some really sweet artwork, and then another contrail. I'm assuming that the flashing lights that we're going to see on the contrail in a second is supposed to mimic, I don't know, a police car or something chasing after him when you've stolen something. Valentina Verve emote is top end. Again, the emotes on this battle pass, as previous ones, have all been pretty decent. I can't remember the last time we actually had a poor emote on one. Valentina as a skin, it's a really nice concept idea. I don't know what on earth that mask is supposed to be about. It's like somebody's done a knitted version, almost like a ghetto version of Batgirl, except they've not had enough wool to knit a cape for her. Then we are looking at Valentina's Quadjet. Colours, for me, just don't work for this. Second version of it, where it is just the gold, purple, and black, looks insanely good. Crowbars again, swapping out the purple for the pink there, looks really nice. Another emote, some V-Bucks. Again, another wrap where we've got diamonds on the purple with the diamond sparkling on it. Always a nice wee touch. A nice wee loading screen there for the heist. And then the second version of Valentina, which is top end in my view. Really like this version. Definitely will wear it once I get a hold of it. Previous version, not so much. But it is quite good that if you don't like the face mask, you can take it off and not use it at all. Always nice to see these wee things being added in on the battle passes, that you can kind of get those customized options. We are then into Big Dill. So we have the Jarburster baseball bat. We've got a nice wee emoticon there. Another great loading screen there for Big Dill. Then we are straight into the wrap for the weapons and the vehicles. Another nice wee touch. As you see, you've got the gold chain at the end there, kind of sliding about as you move around, which is always nice when we've got these kind of animated and reactive styles. Little Dilly, a little toy hanging off the back there, looks pretty cool. Then we have the Run Amok soundtrack. Let's get a wee listen on that. Now getting in and looking at Big Dill himself, this guy was kind of the main focus of the leaks. Initial bit of buzz around Midas, but actually Big Dill seemed to be the one that was taking over all the stuff that was getting pushed forward in the promos running up to the release of this new season. I've got to say, not a character I was looking forward to, but actually now that I've managed to get in, get a look at it, I've got to say, I love this guy. I absolutely love it. The guy is a living, breathing, walking meme, and I cannot wait to get it and get out there and start getting stuck into stuff with it. Second version, obviously a hot and spicy, all red. Yeah, don't think I'll use it, but I'm sure we'll see plenty of people out there with it. Red baseball bat, red little dill, back bling, and then we have the larger version of dill, all red with the kind of rubber mask on it. As I say, don't think I'll use this one. I'll stick with the previous version. There will be a third version that we will see initially through the rewards, and we'll jump onto that in another couple of minutes. We are then straight into Keisha Cross. Wasn't a skin that I was overly enamoured with. It looks like one of the racing skins from one of the previous seasons. They've just kind of jazzed it up a little bit. We have the Crash Test Cuddler as a pickaxe. Initially kind of missed this when I first looked at the battle pass. However, seeing the fact that we can use a cuddly teddy bear as a weapon for smashing stuff up and other players, I don't know about you, kind of a little bit of a dark grin look on my face when I seen that we have that as an option in the game. Makes you wonder where Fortnite is going. Couple of sprays, emoticons, etc. We then have the Crash Test Cuddler as a back bling. Hopefully this pairs up well with it being used as a pickaxe. So if you're using it as a pickaxe, it disappears from your back, and then when you pull a weapon, it returns. That'd be pretty sweet if they've done that as well. Keisha Cross as the skin itself. As I say, it kind of looks like a jazzed up version of the racer version from a few seasons ago. However, all black pink with a faded pink running through into the hair into the black actually does look pretty good. Then we're looking at the Outlaw Strut emote. Again, we'll get the music from this as a lobby track or a jam track, which is pretty sweet. Again, you know, cannot go wrong with the emotes this season or some of the previous seasons as well. They've all been top end. That's the jam track there. So you know what, free music that you can listen to in your lobby track. I don't play Festival. I don't think certainly on the controllers and the keyboard, it's a little bit awkward trying to play it for me, so I tend to avoid it. A nice little bit of artwork for the loading screen, swear bear emoticon, another spray, and then we have the alternative version of Keisha, which is the slurp version. It looks alright. Say the previous one will come with a version of the helmet as well, but the big daddy is the one here that saves the battle pass for me. That's right, Sub-Zero is the final skin on the battle pass. Spinality, back bling, top end, banner icon, top end, some V-Bucks. We've got ourselves an emoticon, which is actually pretty good. Sub-Zero's battle axis looks brilliant. I can see a lot of characters using that as part of their setup. Sub-Zero spray, and then we have by hand Sub-Zero himself and skin at the end. Again, lovely put together version of this. We are going to get a version of Scorpion at some point into the final page of this section of the battle pass. We're looking at a plain set of battle axes. Cryomancy loading screen looks pretty decent as well, very comic book-esque. This wrap is insanely good. Another reactive animated style. As you kill things, it will start to freeze, but not only does it freeze, it then goes ice clear as well. This is brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. V-Bucks again, another spray, and then we have the classic Combat Crasher fully flamed version. There will be a nice version, which we'll look at momentarily. Would have been good to have gotten it here rather than being a secondary one. Then we've got an emote Frozen Treat Cart, as you can see, Scorpion teased on the front there. And it's traversal, so you can wander around Spawn Island or the actual game itself on it if you wish to. See if you can get yourself some ice cream sold. And then we are looking at the classic Mortal Kombat 3 version of Sub-Zero. Again, 1 to 100 covered. We will now jump in and have a look at that second part of the Battle Pass, which is the bonus rewards. Again, just spoke about it. That is the ice version of the Combat Crasher. So you should get into that one quite quickly if you manage to get to 100 done quite quickly. Another spray, some V-Bucks, a dill banner icon, another loading screen there of Fletcher Kane, and then we've got the Full Moon Fletcher Kane, which is a browner version of him with the white and gold. Looks very nice. Again, should have been a bit buffer in my mind, would have made him look a bit sharper too. Slip Royale back bling, same version of the one that we've seen right at the start of this video. Some more V-Bucks, another spray, another banner icon, and another loading screen there with a third version of Josh coming up there, the flannel blue Josh. Nice colours. Again, if cell shading is your bag, then you've got yourself a quality skin there. Onto the third page, again, another back bling for Valentina that we've seen there. We Outlaws loading screen. We've seen a few of these images teased on my community page. If you check that out, if you subscribe, make sure you do. I put tons of info in there as well. Then we have another Slap Juice Keisha Cross, the best version of the skin so far. Campbell bottoms, yellow top, with or without the biker helmet. That is a top quality skin in my mind. Onto the fourth page, we've got another version of the Slurp Cuddle Test Crasher as a pickaxe. I still can't get over that. Loaded screen, V-Bucks, and then we have Dillinger the Gurk, obviously a more realistic version of what we've had beforehand with his two-stripe balaclava. I just can't get over this guy. This is a living, breathing, walking, talking meme, and I can't wait to get hold of it. Valentina's quad jet, mentioned it earlier on. This version is so much better than the one we get in the initial part of the Battle Pass. The gold with the black and the purple, it just pops. This is top end glider for me. Then we have got ourselves another spray. We've got ourselves the dill with the remote. Again, as I said, guys, a living meme. Lovely. Can't wait. And then we are looking at the Usual Suspects lineup, Legends lineup. If you've not seen the film Usual Suspects, watch it, top end. And then we have a Spectre Valentina version with the kind of silver sequin bling all over. This is actually pretty decent in comparison to the first version, and yeah, I'll probably use that when I get around to unlocking it as well. Tooth and Claw wrap for Fletcher Kane, not quite as overwhelming as the other stuff, but it's still pretty decent. We have the Pickle Chip. We then have the Train Job loading screen, great piece of art there, and then we've got the Deal Cassidy Quinn Highway Woman version of the original. Again, a lovely skin there. Really, really like that one, and I can't wait to unlock it to use it with and without the mask. Last three pages will become unlocked on the 11th of March, and they will likely feature, I think it's 4, maybe 5 out of the Battle Pass, and it'll be either gemmed versions or different colorations of the actual outfits. And then to round out the video, we are looking at the mini pass that kind of hits us halfway through, which will be unlocked on the 11th of March, and that is Outlaw Midas. What's a bit different from this mid-season Battle Pass is the fact that there's 3 pages on this one. Normally it's 2. Prerequisites look as if you have to have earned 10 levels for it to unlock as part of the Battle Pass, even if you own it. And we'll get a better idea a bit closer to the run-up to the 11th of what all of the hidden pages and items on the other 2 pages, as well as this one, are actually going to be. Rumours seem to be that the secondary version of Midas is going to be a cowboy version, so we'll get the 10-gallon hat, we'll get a black denim jacket, and I think hip-mounted pistols as well. But we'll wait and see. It's all subjection to actual release, so we'll wait and see what that's going to look like. Keep a look at my community tab, and you'll get all that information as and when it is known. So that is that. Let's get back to the previous kind of screen where it's showing us all 3, and we will do a summary of what we've got. So in terms of the Battle Pass as a whole, pretty underwhelming, especially when you look at previous season and the Marvel one before that. I think, to be fair, last Battle Pass, in my opinion, was probably one of the best ones we've ever had. So I think whatever was going to follow was either going to have to be insanely good or it was going to be poor. And it's hard to tell whether it's been done that way on purpose. Best parts off it, Sub-Zero definitely is a Battle Pass saver for me. Outlaw Midas as the mid-season mini Battle Pass is a good shout. The Big Dill character is spot on. But question mark over it when I seen all the bits coming out as part of the leaks. But actually, now that I've seen it, it's definitely a good one to have. The rest of the skins are mid, in my opinion. Maybe one version out of the 3 that we've seen so far of each of them is passable as a good skin for me. Other than that, they seem to be kind of rehashes of other things. Fletcher Kane, initially when I seen, oh, there's a wolf in it, this could be really cool. Again, the skin's rather underwhelming. I kind of thought if it was maybe a wee bit buffer, it would have looked a bit better. But again, it looks like almost like a cheap rundown version of Oscar, who we had from a few seasons ago. So all in all, the Battle Pass in comparison to the last 2, in my mind, is very poor. A couple of skins that save it. Is it worthwhile getting it, paying the money for it? I have, but I buy them all anyway. There's a couple of skins on it that actually makes it worthwhile in my mind. Although not great, it's not terrible. But if you were saving your money and thinking whether or not to spend it, I would maybe have a good think about whether you spend it on this Battle Pass or not. Again, the season is basically another heist season by all accounts. We've already had one. Calling it Lawless just means that you're doing heists by a different name. They're already talking about robbing armoured trucks as well as vaults and stuff. So we're essentially, it's heist season 2. Previous heist season was pretty good. It was something new. Seeing it rehashed for another season and another chapter just seems a bit meh to me. But why? Let's not kick it while it's only just starting. We'll get a few weeks into it and we can maybe do another video just covering off actually how good or how bad is this season actually panning out to be. Hopefully it is good. I've seen a few POIs and stuff, looks pretty good. So changes to the vault systems and how we get in and get them and stuff might make it a bit more interesting. So let's get into the game and play it first before we start casting any aspersions on the character of the game so far. Anyway, in terms of battle passes, it's decent. It's not great. Couple of great skins on it. The fact that we can actually earn an XP right across all the different versions of Fortnite now, and they'll all count towards this, makes it really, really good. Certainly makes it worthwhile in getting and working your way through it too. Do you know what? It's going to be an interesting season either way. Last season was exceptionally good. We'll see how it pans out from there. Anyway, that is the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my community tab if you do. Tons of info in there. And all my quest completion guides will follow soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.